Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Yake. So do you remember a few years ago when the bridge was out between Iron Mountain and Niagara, and that was really a headache for a lot of people? And I want you to look at this picture that I found of when they were building the bridge. And I want to know, we're going to talk about this concept of continuity, and I want to know if you think that that looks like something that is continuous, that is, if it's nice and continuous to get from Iron Mountain to Niagara. And so that being said, I want to, let's see, look at this picture here. I'm going to tell you a couple of different stories to get you ready for this discussion tomorrow. So in this first picture, this dotted line, this vertical dotted line is going to be, think of that as the Menominee River. That asymptote there is the Menominee River. And we're going to divide you into two groups, boys versus girls, okay? And so the boys are going to come along and they're going to build this road that comes all the way up to the Menominee River and then just skirts alongside it. Girls are going to build this road that comes all the way directly to the river, and then they just stop on this one side. So would you call this path at the river here, would you call that continuous? Here's our second story. The boys now are building their road, and their road comes all the way up to the Menominee River, and they stop. And the girls build their river up to the Menominee River, and the girls build their road up to the river and stop. And I guess they're just going to wave at each other down the river. Hi. Is that continuous? Whoa. The third story has the boys now are building their road, and they get to the Menominee River and they're building their bridge. But the girls have built their road down here, and they stop when they get to the river. Is this considered a continuous path over the river? All right, we're making some progress in story number 4, and the boys build their road. They get to the river and they stop. The girls build their road and they get to the river and they stop, and they just kind of wave at each other across the river. Make this a little bit better here. So that's not really continuous either. Now, this is an interesting story, story 5. The boys are going to build their road, stop on this side of the Menominee River. The girls are going to build their road, stop on this side of the Menominee River. And somebody, maybe it's Mrs. Yake, builds a bridge down here. So not a continuous path. And finally, we get it together, and the boys build their road here, the girls build their road here, and the girls build a bridge. Those are the 6 different stories. Feel free to pause right here and look at the 6 different stories. I think you can see that number 6 is the only one that is considered continuous. So for your assignment tonight, I want you to write down the 3 conditions that must be met in order for this to be considered continuous, using roads and bridges in your answers. The 3 conditions that must be met. And then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thanks.